When did the popular kid's life fall apart in a few seconds? Our school had this guy named Brendan who was completely untouchable. His dad owned Morrison Construction, the company that built half our town, including the new mall and like 6 housing developments. Brendan drove a black BMW to school as a junior, always had the newest iPhone, wore expensive clothes, and basically dated whoever he wanted. Teachers gave him extensions on every assignment because his family donated huge amounts to every single school fundraiser and sports program. Senior year, we had this massive scholarship ceremony in the gym. Around 50 different awards getting handed out with all the families watching from the bleachers. Brendan was up for the biggest one, the Principal Excellence Award that came with $10,000 attached. Everyone knew he would win it because his dad had just funded our entire new athletic facility that cost like $2 million. What made it interesting was this kid Marcus also got nominated for the same scholarship. Marcus worked 2 jobs after school at the grocery store and a pizza place. He took care of his sick mom who had cancer and could not work anymore. Despite all that, he maintained a 4.2 GPA and never complained about anything. But nobody actually thought he had a real chance against Brendan because of how much money and influence his family had in our town. The principal gets up on stage and starts doing his whole speech about excellence and character and representing our school values. Then he announces Brendan as the winner. Brendan walks up there grinning ear to ear, shakes everyone's hand, poses holding the giant check for photos while his parents sit in the front row clapping like he just won an Olympic gold medal. You could tell he expected this the whole time, except right as Brendan grabs the microphone to start his acceptance speech, Mrs. Palmer stands up. She was Marcus's English teacher, and everyone loved her because she actually cared about students. She walks straight down to the gym floor and asks if she can say something real quick. The principal looks super confused, but hands over the microphone anyway. Mrs. Palmer pulls out her phone and says, "I need everyone here to see something important before we continue with this ceremony." She connects her phone to the projector system. Up on the big screen appears this essay, the one Brendan submitted for his scholarship application about overcoming adversity and personal struggles. Then she puts another essay right next to it on the screen. The exact same essay word for word, every single sentence identical, except the second one was written by Marcus 2 months earlier for her regular English class assignment. She pulls up the Google Doc history showing every single edit Marcus made with dates and timestamps going back months. The entire gym goes completely silent. You could have heard a pin drop. Brendan's face drains of all color and goes totally white. His dad jumps up from his seat and starts yelling that this is obviously some kind of setup to embarrass his family. But Mrs. Palmer is not even close to done yet. She shows a whole email chain between Brendan and some college kid from a state university. He paid $500 to hack into the school portal and steal Marcus's essay file. Shows the actual Venmo payment receipts with dates. Shows text messages where Brendan is literally bragging to his friends saying nobody ever actually checks this stuff anyway. Too easy. The principal takes the microphone back and asks Brendan directly if any of this is true. Brendan just stands there completely frozen on stage, still holding that fake check. His mom has started crying in her seat. His dad is now threatening to sue the school and Mrs. Palmer and basically everyone in the building. That is when Marcus stands up from his seat in the back. He walks down to the gym floor and looks right at Brendan and says, "You could have just written your own essay, man. You have had absolutely everything handed to you your entire life, and you still had to steal the one thing I worked hard on." The principal does not even hesitate. He walks over and rips the check right out of Brendan's hands while everyone is watching. Hands it directly to Marcus instead. The entire gym erupts into applause and cheering. Brendan walks off the stage and his parents storm out behind him. You could see his mom was still crying and his dad's face was bright red with anger. But the nuclear fallout really started after that ceremony ended. The college Brendan got accepted to found out about the plagiarism within 2 days and rescinded his admission. His dad's construction company started losing major contracts because word spreads fast in our town. Kids who used to follow Brendan around would not even look at him in the hallways anymore. The best part came 3 weeks later at graduation. Marcus gave the valedictorian speech. Brendan had to sit there and listen to the kid whose essay he stole talk about integrity and working hard. His family left right after without staying for photos. Last I heard, Brendan ended up at community college and his dad sold Morrison Construction, all because he was too lazy to write 500 words himself.